And as promised, Chester Venhuizen joins us now, International Field Representative for Crossroads Relief and Development. Chester, thanks for coming by and giving us an update, instead of just over the phone from overseas, as we usually do that call-in, as we did a little while ago. For those who are not familiar with the Turkana project that we have through Crossroads Relief and Development, just give us a quick overview, and then I know we have some visuals and things to get to as well.
Well, thanks, Ron and Moira. It's good to be here again, and it's always good to be here together with you folks. And the Turkana Eden Agricultural Project is a very daring initiative by Crossroads and all of its supporters to provide food and streams in the desert for 1,275 Turkana families in a very remote desert area of northern Kenya. And traditionally, very little rainfall, very little ability to grow food in a sustainable way. So we had the idea that we could drill into the ground and tap into the aquifer and bring water up, and that's exactly what's happening. And so there's some exciting developments in the Turkana Eden project.
This week.
This week.
Is a really big week.
That's correct.
The wells are being
The well drillers have come from Nairobi. They're setting up at the first farm. There's actually 4 farms that we're going to be drilling wells. And we're so excited about the fact that the water will soon be pouring out of the ground. And there's a tremendous amount. I just talked to the Deputy Governor of Turkana Region recently, and he told me, he said, you know, we've just discovered an aquifer in the ground that is so large that it can provide enough water that if it would need to supply New York City, it could supply New York City for 50 years.
Wow.
We're talking about every person and all the industrial needs of New York City for the next 50 years. Now, that's a lot of water. And yet the people are walking on top of soil that is so dry because they're not able to tap into it.
So we're starting to tap into it. That's exciting, Chester. Now, we do have some photos, and so we'll see some things come up on the screen, and maybe you can walk us through a little bit of what's been happening. You just came back from this.
That's right. I'm just back a week and a half. This is the Canadian team that went, both from British Columbia and Ontario. And they had a wonderful time. And
I know they had, your aunt told me they've got angel stories. I know we don't have time for those today.
That's true.
But God showed up in stunning ways.
That's right. And there is the team again with some of the local residents. And, you know, the people, one of the things required, Ron and Moira, is that people need to clear their land. And we're talking about 4 36-acre blocks of land that needed to be cleared. And we're talking about all kinds of thorn trees and things like that. So people have been working. By the way, almost all of the farms have been cleared now. We also spent quite a bit of time on the team center, the team project center, which is a 10-acre parcel of land. 5 acres of that will be demonstration gardens, and 5 acres are going to be dedicated towards the actual training center and some administrative buildings and storehouses and things like that. So this gives you a panoramic view.
Look at the green there. Whoa.
That's right. We set up a tree nursery, and that tree nursery is almost an acre in size, and we're planning to start millions of trees that are going to be distributed to the farmers, and they're going to be able to grow fruits and vegetables and different types of things on their farms in the very near future.
And what's this? It looks like water pouring out.
Well, last week, the good news was the very first well that was drilled using solar power, the solar pump was installed, and there you see water gushing out of the ground, and we literally saw the evidence of streams in the desert. In fact, the water was running through, and we created some trenches to water some of the first plants that we planted.
Wow.
And some of our team members there with the chainsaw, and we brought some tools along so that we could kind of expedite the work.
It's so exciting to be a part of this.
Absolutely.
In any capacity. It truly is a modern miracle.
And so many of our viewers are part of it as well, because you supported this work. As last fall we highlighted it, and so many gave toward this project, and now to see it coming to fruition.
That's correct.
Step by step, and it's
And we
amazing.
just want to invite people to continue to support and pray for this project. We certainly need your support, and we saw a tremendous response in November, and finally, you know, we just want to say that we do appreciate your continued giving towards this project. Thank you so much.
Will you take other teams, Chester?
Certainly we will. We're looking maybe in November as a potential time to bring another team under the covering of Crossroads.
Well, you see the number 1-800-265-3100, and your ongoing support makes it possible. Chester, thank you for the update.
Great. My pleasure.
Okay.